Nebraska's trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 4:30.
Well, first and foremost, let's get right to a severe weather potential for our area tonight. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Mackenzie Johnson. It's been warm and sunny so far today. Hopefully you were able to make the most of it, because I hear that could all be changing here in just a few hours. For more on what's headed our way, let's turn on over to meteorologist Dominic Ferraro. Dom?
Hey, good afternoon, Mackenzie. Yeah, warm and sunny could be kind of the precursor then to our severe weather potential. That's kind of setting up the atmosphere here for storm development as we go through your Friday afternoon and evening. Still under that slight level 2 out of 5 risk here in yellow for south central Nebraska and into southeastern Nebraska. That includes us here in Lincoln. A few tornadoes a possibility, but mainly looking at large hail, damaging winds. We could see hail upwards of golf ball size in the strongest storms out there this evening. So something we're going to keep an eye on there too. And on top of that, also looking at the risk there for flash flooding. We got lots of rain yesterday, the potential then for lots of rainfall today as well. And that has prompted the National Weather Service then to issue a flood watch, including us here in Lincoln and Beatrice, until early on Saturday morning. So all of that we'll have to keep an eye on as we head through your Friday night and Saturday morning. Quick look outside though. Barely a cloud in the sky in your Allo Communications camera at South 21st and L Street. That likely going to change. Temperatures here to the mid to upper 80s for the majority of us here in far southeastern Nebraska. A little cooler in central portions of the state. For the moment, we're kind of keeping an eye on right down here in south central Nebraska as these storms begin to develop along the front and will move east. But we'll have more details on that timing coming up here in a few minutes.
All right, thank you so much, Dom. Now, when severe weather hits near you, we want to see it, but we especially want you to stay safe. Once you're in a secure place, we want you to take videos like these ones and send them into our Now Local News app to let us know how it's impacting you. You could earn some cash and scroll through other videos to see what's going on around our viewing area and hear about the forecast from our meteorologists. Just scan the QR code there on your screen and download our Now Local News app to stay prepared. Right now, a Lincoln business is on the brink of collapse. The reason? They say construction work in the area is pushing customers away.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Here, this is Jake Cohen reporting for Channel 8 News. I'm just outside the Pancho Villa Mexican restaurant right off the corner of 58th and Cornhusker. Right now, they say the business in the past few months has declined about 75% due to a major construction project on Cornhusker Highway, blocking a lot of exits and entrances to their restaurant. Today, I'm talking with the owners about what they're doing to get through this and what they're asking for community support as well. We'll have the story right here on the news at 5 and 6 o'clock.
Developing now, an urgent search for answers in the town of Ashland after a deadly shooting. Authorities say this man here on your screen is responsible for shooting and killing his father in their home last night. His name is Robert Haswell Jr., and right now he's being held in jail without bond. His father, 67-year-old Robert Haswell Sr., pronounced dead at the scene. The 31-year-old suspect facing a first-degree murder charge. And that deadly shooting happened around 4:30 on Thursday afternoon. Here's what authorities say happened. Haswell Jr. himself calling the sheriff's office after pulling the trigger. Deputies then arriving at the home, negotiating with him on the phone before he surrendered himself unarmed. Right now, they haven't released any information about any possible motives, but officials say they're conducting an autopsy tomorrow as part of the investigation. The Ashland Fire Department offering their prayers. They say the community knew Haswell Sr. as Drywall Bob, saying he touched numerous lives and interacted with many local businesses. They say the community is hurting with this significant loss. When we learn any more about the investigation into his death, we'll keep you updated on air on our website, klkntv.com, and of course on our Now Local News app. Right now, we're getting the latest jobs report in the U.S., and experts say it's better than expected. ABC's Perry Russum explains.
The Bureau of Labor and Statistics says 172,000 jobs were added in May, significantly higher than expected. The hospitality industry, local government, and healthcare all seeing an increase in jobs, as jobs in the financial industry are going down.
We had a pretty miserable 2025, but it looks like the middle or the early and middle parts of 2026 really suggests the labour market's moving along. And I think the thing this will really do is it's time to stop talking about the word recession. Recessions don't happen when the labour market's motoring along like this.
The positive news on jobs is met with the rising cost of food. In Texas, more and more barbecue joints are closing.
Price of beef, absolutely insane.
Beef prices have been climbing for years. There are 86.2 million cattle in the U.S., a historic shortage, the lowest number since 1951. Drought, the cost of feed, and other economic pressures being blamed. The price of ground chuck is up more than 15% over the last year. Economists say it could be 2028 before things improve. Regal's Barbecue is one of the 3,300 barbecue restaurants in Texas feeling the pinch. And for pitmasters who depend on brisket, the cost increase is hitting their bottom line.
Biggest concern for us in the barbecue industry is how high is it going to go? My total food costs, say if I spend $100,000 a month on groceries to bring in here, $45,000 of that is brisket alone.
With the Strait of Hormuz still closed, the price of oil remains higher than it was before the war. The average price for a gallon of gas is $4.19. Perry Russell, ABC News, New York.
Well, there are several events happening tonight in Lincoln if Mother Nature allows it. The 5th annual Classic Cars and Cornhole for Cancer will be going on this evening from 5 to 9 p.m. at the April Sampson Cancer Center here in Lincoln. It's being hosted by the Cancer Partners of Nebraska and Lincoln Firefighters Association. All of the funds will benefit local cancer patients.
For Channel 8 News, I'm Adrian Ward. Tonight, Lincoln Parks and Rec inviting everyone out. The department is starting their summer movie series in Antelope Park with a special showing of a Goofy movie. But officials are also teasing other movies that will be shown throughout the summer.
Why are y'all dressed like that?
We're off to see Super Mario Galaxy in the park.
Yeah.
It's a free viewing.
And if you're not into Super Mario Galaxy, there's plenty of other movies at Movies in the Park.
Come join us to see movies in the park.
The city departments will be hosting a free in the park movie once a week from now until the end of August. Movies include old classics to newer releases. Mario Galaxy movie will be later this year, but here's a list of some of those from the first week of July on down.
Sounds like fun. Hopefully they'll be able to have it tonight. And new details as Lincolnites celebrate Pride Month. Next weekend is gearing up to be a busy one. A big string of events is happening all over the city next Friday and Saturday. Star City Pride events sharing the full lineup of entertainment. You can see it here on your screen right now. It's got every time and every event listed out there. Those include the kickoff event at 5 o'clock on next Friday night with many events that are appropriate for all ages. But then starting on Saturday, there will be some age limits beginning at 6 o'clock in the evening. So if you want to bring your kids, you might want to double check what all is going on. Well, don't go anywhere. We have a lot more coming your way, and that includes some breaking news from Husker Nation. The next career move for Husker softball star Jordy Fromm as she opens a new chapter. Sports director Nate Johnson tells us where she's taking her talents. And all new in our 5 o'clock newscast, Lengthy Landing. Get an inside look at the work being done on Lincoln's longest runway and hear how much it will cost. Stick with us. Some breaking news now. Nebraska softball star Jordy Fromm might have graduated, but she's not going far. The two-time NFCA Player of the Year announcing this afternoon she will join the Husker softball staff. Let's check in with Channel 8 Sports Director Nate Johnson for the details on the announcement.
Hey, thanks, Mackenzie. Certainly some big news for Nebraska, especially after the recent departure of Lori Sipple. But yeah, the team announcing today that Fromm will join the staff as an assistant coach. After returning home to play for Nebraska in 2024, Fromm helped the Huskers to two of the most notable seasons in program history, helping Big Red to its first win of the WCWS since 2002. The four-time first-team All-American will be involved with a variety of coaching roles. Assistant coach Jordy Fromm said in part of a statement, "Playing softball for the Huskers was an incredible blessing to me, and the coaches had a huge impact on me as an athlete and as a person, and I am ready to have that impact on others and continue to grow the game in my home state." A big congrats to Jordy, and we're going to stay with softball for a second here because today head coach Rhonda Revelle, associate head coach Lori Sipple, assistant coaches Diane Miller and Olivia Farrell, and director of player development Mandy Nakata were recognized as the Mountain Region coaching staff of the year by the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association. It is the sixth time that a staff led by Revelle has won the regional coaching award. The coaches helped lead the Big Red to one of the best seasons in program history as the Huskers finished with a 52-8 record and went 23-1 in Big Ten play. The 52 victories tied a program record for wins in a season and included a school record 27-game win streak. Nebraska, of course, also advanced to its 8th Women's College World Series, and the first since 2013. A big congrats to the Husker softball coaching staff, to Jordy Fromm, and we're going to have a lot more coming your way in the Sports Zone later today. For now, Mackenzie will send things back over to you.
Definitely an exciting announcement. Thank you, Nate. Well, Game 2 of the NBA Finals is tonight right here on Channel 8. Tip-off is set for 7:30 our time, and then stay up with us for the news after the game. The Spurs are going to have to fight to beat the Knicks in New York City if they want to tie up the series. All the action right here on ABC. Well, time now for a look at our severe weather risk for the night. Here's meteorologist Dominic Ferraro. Dom?
Well, hey, Mackenzie, if you're heading out tonight to go watch the NBA game, we're going to want to keep an eye on the radar, too. Starting out here, we're going to kind of back our way into this explanation. Temperatures this afternoon, very warm, into the mid to upper 80s. A few spots close to 90, like Hebron at 89 degrees right now. And between that and the high levels of humidity here in southeastern Nebraska is priming the environment then for those chances for strong showers and thunderstorms. Look at the dew points in the 70s, so it's muggy out there. Lots of low-level moisture here for those storms to tap into, and we're already starting to see that happen here in south central Nebraska, here just to the east of McCook, and right along the Kansas-Nebraska line. First storm of the day, kind of trying to fire up here. It's been going for about an hour or so, so we'll keep an eye on that going forward. So far, this is the only model I've seen really handle that convection along the Kansas-Nebraska line fairly well. So we're going to go ahead and take a look here. This is the North American model. It does then slowly move those storm chances off to the east as we head through the next couple of hours, ultimately arriving then to the capital city between 8 and 10 o'clock tonight. So again, right in the time frame where we're looking at that NBA game, and we're going to continue then to move off to the east over the next few hours, and we'll see even a few showers and thunderstorms try and linger very late tonight into early Saturday morning. And because these are so slow moving and the potential for heavy rains, we're keeping an eye then on both the severe weather potential and the possibility of flash flooding in southeastern Nebraska. Wrapping up though as we head towards the morning hours on Saturday, should be then fairly fine here as we get close to lunchtime, but we're then also monitoring the chance for a few scattered showers and thunderstorms as we go throughout your Saturday afternoon and into the evening, as we can see here. Still a possibility. They'll be fairly brief and light in nature, but something to keep an eye on nonetheless for any of those Saturday night plans. And then on the clear, at least for the start of your Sunday. Here's a look specifically at your severe storm potential. Again, best chances for stronger storms here in south central and southeastern Nebraska under that slight level 2 out of 5 risk. We are expecting scattered severe storms this evening. Can't rule out a tornado or two, but hail upwards of golf ball size possible in the strongest storms, as well as 65-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well. So we're keeping an eye really on all of these as we head through this evening tonight and have multiple ways to receive those severe weather alerts and be weather aware as we go through the next couple of hours. Now for your Saturday forecast, should be fairly calm. Again, as we mentioned, we're keeping an eye on those showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon, but severe potential is low, mainly looking then at high temperatures tomorrow into the upper 80s. Very much going to feel like summer once again under partly sunny skies. So as we mentioned, we're going to keep an eye on those severe weather chances. You can get the latest updates to those storm chances as well as what we're keeping an eye on through the weekend tonight at 5 and 6.
All right, thank you for all the updates, Dom. Now make sure you're using our Now Local News app to stay up to date with the weather and to also safely send in videos of what it's looking like in your neighborhood. Make sure you scan the QR code there on your screen and download our app for free as the storms roll through Nebraska. Now to some new developments. A panel of judges hearing arguments today over whether President Trump has the right to build his proposed ballroom next to the White House. Here's ABC's Perry Russum.
A court battle over President Trump's ballroom today in Washington, D.C. Federal appeals judges hearing arguments after the National Trust for Historic Preservation sued to try and stop the project. A lawyer for the Department of Justice tells the panel only Congress has the authority to block construction, not the courts.
Yes. Let me ask you a straightforward question. That court, this court, Supreme Court, no court could stop the building of this.
Yeah, that would. Yes.
President Trump has argued the ballroom is needed for security, pointing to concerns following the shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
And on top of the roof, we're going to have the greatest drone empire that you've ever seen, and it's going to protect Washington.
No ruling was made today, but the panel of 3 judges appeared conflicted on whether the trust has the legal right to challenge the project. The ballroom is one of several D.C. renovations President Trump is taking on during his second term, from the proposed Trump Arch to the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. Today, the pool refilling with water as Trump defends his upgrades, posting online, "This was not a paint job. This was highly sophisticated material, industrial strength, that could last for 100 years. The material is thick, strong, flexible, and has a natural, beautiful color, the dark blue of the American flag."
And just yesterday, Trump announced another construction project he wants to work on. He wants to build a promenade built into the Lincoln Memorial, connecting it to the Potomac River. Perry Russum, ABC News, New York.
Let's get a look now at things that are trending on our website, klkntv.com. Here's Channel 8's Mark Fisher.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Mark Fisher, and we're back with another segment of what's trending on klkntv.com. First up, multiple agencies responded to a homicide in Ashland on Thursday night. Just after 4:30 p.m., the Saunders County Sheriff's Office received a call about a shooting at a home near 17th and Dawes Streets. After negotiating on the phone with the caller and the suspect, the Sheriff's Office said the suspect came outside unarmed and was arrested by Ashland police officers. The suspect, 31-year-old Robert Haswell Jr., was arrested on suspicion of first-degree murder and use of a weapon to commit a felony. Authorities identified the victim as 67-year-old Robert Haswell Sr. The sheriff's office said he suffered at least one gunshot wound and was pronounced dead at the scene. Also getting clicks, an RV fire at a West Lincoln Travel Center on Wednesday caused nearly $200,000 in damage. Just before 12:45 p.m., crews were sent to the Shoemakers near Northwest 48th and West O Streets. According to LFR, the owners of the RV were driving on Interstate 80 when a mechanical failure in the engine caused a spark that ignited a fire. LFR said they pulled into the parking lot at Shoemakers and tried to put out the blaze with fire extinguishers. The extinguishers knocked down the fire at first, but it flared back up. LFR said the 2 RV owners were able to get themselves and the cat out of the mobile home. The motorhome is a total loss estimated at $175,000, while the contents inside the RV total a $15,000 loss. You can read about these stories and much more on our website at klkntv.com, but for now, we'll see everybody next week with more trending stories.
Coming up after the break, a scary warning from within. The frightening reasons why one of the world's leading developers of AI is now calling for a pause on its development. Stick with us, we'll be right back.
Which
Now, a top company in artificial intelligence delivering an urgent warning. Anthropic is calling for a global slowdown or freeze on the development of artificial intelligence. They're sounding the alarm on the rapid pace of the technology, concerned it will soon be capable of building new versions without the involvement of humans. Here's ABC's Sophie Flay.
One of the leading AI companies, Anthropic, is out with a new warning. It says the technology is advancing so quickly that AI systems may soon be able to improve themselves without human help. And experts warn the implications of that could be enormous.
If the AI doesn't have a moral compass built in, then how do we know how that AI is going to treat us? Nobody knows this yet.
Now, Anthropic is calling for a freeze on AI development, saying, "We believe it would be good for the world to have the option to slow or temporarily pause frontier AI development to enable societal structures and alignment research to keep up with the advance of the technology." Just last month, an Anthropic executive joined Pope Leo as the Pope pushed for regulation of the technology.
Artificial intelligence needs to be disarmed.
Some critics say Anthropic may have ulterior motives in calling for a pause on development.
You could say that, well, Anthropic is wanting to bring in governmental oversight so it can essentially slow down its competitors, since they could very well feel that they're out ahead at the moment.
The technology is also fueling concerns about energy and water usage. A United Nations report predicts by 2030, AI systems will use nearly 3% of the world's electricity. And it warns cooling those systems will require water consumption equal to the needs of 1.3 billion people per year. Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
Well, our meteorologists have been tracking the chance for severe weather tonight. Let's get on over to Dominic Ferraro to see what we can expect tonight. Dom?
Yeah, Mackenzie, if you're heading out to dinner over the next hour or two, probably a safe bet here, as we're going to start to see that cloud cover pick up in southeast Nebraska as we head towards 6, 7, even 8 o'clock tonight. Temperatures are going to stay on the warm side, and it's going to be muggy out there too, so dress accordingly for that. But once we get closer to the 8 to 10 o'clock time frame, that's when your storm chances start to increase, and we're going to want to be more weather aware as we go through the rest of the evening. Speaking of which, here, this is the wrong arrow pointing things. We're keeping an eye on this kind of red shaded area down here for the potential of a watch over the next couple of hours. Storm Prediction Center says watch is likely in that area, so we'll keep an eye on that here for you and post about it both on our website, on our Now Local News app, on social media when that does happen. But then heading to your low temperatures tonight, it's going to be fairly mild, upper 60s then here in southeastern Nebraska under that cloud cover. Light breeze outside of those storm chances, but as we head into your Saturday afternoon, also on the warmer side, upper 80s, maybe a few spots reaching the lower 90s. I have us at 88 here in Lincoln, and a little bit of a breeze out of the south. And heading into the Sunday, though, more chances for storms. I think we could see a few scattered storms here Saturday afternoon. Sunday, more widespread chances of showers and thunderstorms. And then once again, looking at some warmer weather as we head into next week. So we'll have all that and more in the latest updates on your severe weather chances here coming up tonight at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock.
All right, thank you so much, Dom. Now that's going to do it for Channel 8 News at 4:30, but you know who's next? Rod Fowler. He's here. He's ready for the show. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Stick with us.
If you've been
His trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 5.
A severe weather alert coming your way tonight with a serious potential for storms. But right now it's calm before the storm, you could say. The skies over the capital city looking bright and clear right now. So really not too bad on this Friday evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Rod Fowler. We are preparing for possible storms around the capital city this evening. Let's go right to meteorologist Dominic Ferraro for a look at what could be headed our way. Dom?
Hey, good evening, Rod. Yeah, while it's been fairly sunny most of the day today, it feels like it's going to storm out there. Very hot, very humid here in southeastern Nebraska. And because of that, here's an area we're keeping an eye on for the potential for a severe weather watch over the next couple of hours. This is an area that the Storm Prediction Center has identified where storms will likely pop up in the next couple hours heading into this evening, and we'll likely need a watch because of that. No watch yet, but we'll keep an eye on it and keep you up to date then. The second that comes out. But in terms of your severe weather potential, if you're in yellow here, that's your slight level 2 out of 5 risk. We could see scattered severe storms tonight, and you're going to have multiple ways to receive severe weather alerts. Know your severe weather plan in case we end up in a warning here for any of your Friday night plans. And it's going to be fairly late in the evening here, heading into the overnight hours as well. And these storms will kind of linger around for a bit, and because of that, we also have a flood watch in place for far southeastern Nebraska. That is also included the city of Lincoln and Beatrice. This goes until 7 a.m. on Saturday morning. So all sorts of severe weather hazards on the table, flooding a possibility. So we're going to want to just keep an eye on this one and keep an eye on the sky as we go through this evening. Here's a look in Beatrice. So a few more clouds in your Shones roofing camera as some cumulus clouds starting to work their way up here into southeastern Nebraska. One storm trying to get going in far south central Nebraska, right on the Kansas-Nebraska border. And that likely is just the start as we get ready to head into the next couple of hours. Now heading into this weekend, partly sunny skies ahead for your Saturday. High temperatures in the upper 80s again. Better chances for showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. We'll have plenty more coming up here in a few minutes.
Thank you, Dominic. When severe weather hits near you, we want to see it, but we especially want you to be safe, of course. Once you're in a secured place, we want to see videos that you have taken like these and send them to our Now Local News app. You can earn some cash for doing it, and your video just may end up on our newscast. Right now, just scan the QR code showing on your screen to download our Now Local News app so you can stay prepared. All right, hey, breaking news in sports. Nebraska softball star Jordy Fromm will join the Huskers coaching staff. The two-time NFCA Player of the Year will join the Huskers as an assistant coach. For the latest, let's check in with Channel 8 Sports Director Nate Johnson. Nate.
Yeah, hey, thank you, Rod. Certainly some big news for Nebraska, especially after the recent departure of Lori Sipple. But yeah, the team announcing today that Fromm will join the staff as an assistant coach. After returning home to play for Nebraska in 2024, Fromm helped the Huskers to two of the most notable seasons in program history, helping Big Red to its first win at the WCWS since 2002. The four-time first-team All-American will be involved with a variety of coaching roles. Assistant coach Jordy Fromm said in part of a statement, "Playing softball for the Huskers was an incredible blessing to me, and the coaches had a huge impact on me as an athlete and as a person, and I am ready to have the impact on others and continue to grow the game in my home state." A big congrats to Jordy. And we're going to stay with softball here for a second today. Head coach Ron Ravel, associate head coach Lori Sipple, assistant coaches Diane Miller and Olivia Farrell, and director of player development Manny Nakata were recognized as the Mountain Region Coaching Staff of the Year by the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association. It's the 6th time that a staff led by Ravel has won the Regional Coaching Award. The coaches helped lead by NU to one of its best seasons in program history as the Huskers finished with a 52-8 record and went 23-1 in Big Ten play. The 52 victories tied a program record for wins in a season and included a school record 27-game win streak. Nebraska, of course, also advanced to its 8th Women's College World Series and first since 2013. A big congrats to the Huskers softball coaching staff, to Jordy Fromm. And we'll have a lot more to talk about in the Sports Zone later today. For now, the Rod will send things back over to you.
All right, thank you, Nate. More breaking news. The Cass County Court confirming a mistrial connected with the death of Nebraska State Trooper Kyle McCasey. He was killed last year when he was hit by a state snowplow while responding to a crash on Interstate 80. Jurors were deadlocked on whether the plow driver, Thomas Jordan, was guilty of misdemeanor motor vehicle homicide. The Cass County attorney will now decide whether or not to retry the case. And of course, we'll keep you posted as soon as that decision is made. Right now, one Lincoln restaurant is telling us they're having a tough time keeping their doors open. Pancho Villa off 56 in Cornhusker says their business has been hit hard. They say it has to do with road construction that's going on there in their area. Our Jake Holman talked with the owners. He joins us now. Jake?
Yeah, hey, good evening, Rod. Take a look here. Right now, we're actually driving down Cornhusker Highway near 56th Street. Now, for customers that want to stop in for a bite to eat at Pancho Villa, as you can see, it's not easy. A lot of construction in the way. No matter which way you're traveling, it's really more of the same. The owner, though, telling me today, if this keeps up, they're not sure how long they'll last.
One local Mexican restaurant is asking for community support.
I believe we sold like $47 on Wednesday. It was really rough.
Right now, Pancho Villa Mexican Grill says in the past couple of months, their business has declined roughly 75%. And they believe in large part due to the construction off the corner of 56th and Cornhusker. Project began early spring, and according to LTU, it's an improvement project that stretches nearly 2 miles on Cornhusker Highway from 37th to 56th.
Us being a location that's hidden already, the construction is kind of blocking off all 3 areas.
LTU says they've been in contact with Pancho Villa, responding to Channel 8 with a statement that reads in part, quote, "We are committed to working with all of our residents and businesses as we continue to improve street infrastructure in all quadrants of the city." Lisa Santana and her husband Eli have owned this place for 16 years. This is their only source of income. So, in a time of need, they then took to Facebook in hopes of garnering more customer help.
I know it's rough right now, but it's just nice knowing that we do have support and people do care about the business and stuff.
According to LTU, the project is estimated to be complete by winter.
Business continues this way, I don't know if we're going to make it, you know.
Lisa and Eli will keep working hard the only way they know how.
And really, we're just trying to do the best we can to be here and wait on people as best we can and stay in business.
Now, take a look here. What I had pulled up is actually the full timeline for this specific project. Again, as you can see, that estimated completion sometime around the winter. Now, LTU says they've already connected with Pancho Villa and created a plan of action that includes ensuring access to the business, creating maps to hand out to customers, and providing promotional yard signs in the right-of-way to attract additional customers. They say all of that expected to come by July. For now, reporting here in studio, Jake Coleman, Channel 8 News.
Thank you so much, Jake. Developing now, the search for answers in the town of Ashland after a deadly shooting. Tonight, a man is behind bars. He's facing some serious charges. Authorities say he opened fire in a home yesterday, killing his father. His name is Robert Haswell Jr., and right now he's being held without bond. His father, 67-year-old Robert Haswell Sr., was pronounced dead at the scene at the home there. The Saunders County Sheriff's Office says the 31-year-old suspect is facing first-degree murder charges. Here's what authorities say happened. Haswell Jr. himself called the sheriff's office after pulling the trigger. Upon arriving at the home, deputies negotiated with him on the phone and he surrendered. Right now, they're not saying anything about a possible motive. The Ashland Fire Department offering their prayers. They say the community knew Haswell Sr. as Drywall Bob, saying he touched numerous lives and interacted with many businesses. They say the community hurts with this significant loss. As soon as we learn more in the investigation, we'll keep you updated on air and on our Now Local News app. Well, new at 5, the city of Beatrice is releasing an update to its 10 to 20-year future roadmap. The city's comprehensive plan was most recently updated back in 2016. Well, now they're asking the people of Beatrice to determine the city's priorities for the next 2 decades. So within the next 14 months, they're going to be doing public meetings, surveys, and finding other ways for residents to weigh in. Stay with us. We have more ready for you after the break and a whole new batch of stories at 6, including lifeguards learning. The Columbus Fire Department gets in touch with the Pawnee Plunge staff, what the lifeguards learned in their hands-on training today. And coming up after the break, tearing up the tarmac, why the Lincoln Airport is saying the new runway they're installing will change the future of flights to and from Lincoln. Don't go away. Crews are flying through a multi-million-dollar project out at the Lincoln Airport. By the time it's done, any aircraft in the nation will be able to make the lengthy landing. And today, we're getting a look at the progress and hear how it's going to impact you. Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson was out there. She joins us now with more. Mackenzie?
Well, you see these huge piles of broken concrete. This is all that's left of the massive runway, with some pieces dating all the way back to the 1950s. Over time, maintaining the runway has become more costly as it falls into disrepair. So now they're demolishing it and starting from scratch. Take a look here. This is where runway 1836 will be built. It's nearly 2.5 miles long, 200 feet wide, just an incredible feet there. Now you might wonder, why would we really need a runway that long here in Lincoln? They do tell us today there's a few reasons.
Well, the short answer is, like I said at the beginning, this is a unique piece of infrastructure, having a runway this long. It is not common. And as a result, that has given us a number of advantages over the year.
It is important for our community from a civilian travel perspective. It's important for trade, as we've seen a number of unique examples as well, and it's important for our military missions.
Now, with this long runway, any type of aircraft can land here in Lincoln, whether it's commercial planes or military bombers. Even a space shuttle is able to land. This is an expensive project costing around $85 million, but taxpayers will be happy to hear it's being funded almost entirely by the National Guard Bureau, government grants, and the Lincoln Airport Authority. Tonight at 10, we'll talk about the timeline for the construction and when it will be open for landing. Reporting in the studio, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
Now, your Storm Alert Team Forecast with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro.
Well, it's been a busy couple of days for precipitation chances, especially here in southeast Nebraska. I mean, we saw several spots yesterday, inch and a half, closer to 2 inches. Nebraska City, close to 3 3/4 inches of rain. And then as we head through the next week or so, we're still looking at the potential for some more rain in southeastern Nebraska. That's kind of prompting then that flooding risk that we were talking about earlier. Here in the capital city, Omaha, we could see anywhere between an inch and a half if we fall just under the right spot beneath a shower and thunderstorm tonight. So again, if you come across any flooded roadways, flooded areas, don't enter, don't drive through it. Just best to go around it and go about the rest of your evening. And again, not a bad idea there, and it's going to be a rough Friday night, and I certainly don't want to see anyone get hurt, so let's stay out of those flooded roadways or flooded areas if we do come across them. Quick look, though, here in the capital city. Clear skies, lots of blue, sunny skies here. It's hot and humid. It's almost a little odd to talk about a severe weather threat when you see this, but oftentimes when we see all this sunshine out here, that is just building instability in the atmosphere, especially with that moisture too. And now we're on the way then to looking at some storm chances as we head through your evening. Upper 80s here in southeastern Nebraska. Hebron made it to 90 degrees for your afternoon temperatures. We take a closer look here. It's 86 in Lincoln, 82 in York, 84 out in Grand Island, 81 in Hastings for your temperature too. Winds on the lighter side for the moment, but we're kind of stuck right now on a boundary that's slowly trying to move off to the north. That's what's going to fire those storms as we go throughout the rest of your afternoon and evening. And again, it's quiet right now in southeastern Nebraska, but we don't have to go far. Starting to see one storm south central Nebraska here try and get going. It's kind of cycled up a couple times, hasn't really been able to find its footing just yet, but when it does, these storms are going to be able to pop up pretty quickly. There's lots of fuel here, lots of wind shear, as that helps storms maintain themselves for long periods of times. So we'll see what happens here. This model may be a little ambitious, but is at least the only one I've seen so far that's kind of putting some precipitation chances down in far south central Nebraska. So we'll take a look at it going forward. And we do expect these storms then to move off to the east over the next couple of hours. They will become more widespread in nature, mainly along and south of Interstate 80, but can't rule out a few storms north of the interstate either. So if you're in an area here that we'll take a look at in just a second, for that slight risk, going to want to have multiple ways to be alerted to severe weather tonight. These storm chances continuing to linger here as we head towards 10, 11 o'clock tonight, even through the early morning hours on Saturday. Still a possibility with maybe a pop-up shower or two behind that line initially, and that's again only feeding into that flash flood risk that we were talking about earlier. Now, if we head throughout the day on your Saturday, fairly calm for the start of it. We could see a few spot showers as we go throughout the afternoon and evening as well. So if you are planning on maybe getting the grill out Saturday night, best to just keep an eye on the radar, as we could see a few spot showers, mainly in eastern Nebraska, followed then by overcast skies for the start of your day on Sunday. Let's talk specific severe weather hazards. As I mentioned, if you're in this yellow area here, the slight level 2 out of 5 risk, we're looking at the potential for scattered severe storms. Now, that doesn't mean everybody's going to see storms, but it's a possibility, especially in this yellow area. There is a low end risk of a tornado. We may see 1 or 2 warnings tonight, but the main potential here for large hail, anywhere between golf ball size, maybe a little bit larger in some of the strongest storms. The Storm Prediction Center has mentioned 2-inch diameter hail possibility, which is just a little larger than a golf ball. And then we're also looking at the potential for damaging wind gusts upwards of 65 miles per hour in some of those stronger storms too. So again, not everyone's going to see the strongest potential of storms, but best to just have a plan in place, so then if we do get put into a warning later on, we know where to go. And then as we head towards your Saturday forecast, it's going to be another warm one, upper 80s, low to mid to even upper 90s as you head out towards the west. And we'll stick around the 80s for a little bit here through the weekend. Better chances for showers and thunderstorms throughout the day on Sunday, though northwest Nebraska, the main risk of severe weather there. Another warm week ahead, though. Going to see our own shot at the 90s as we go through the second week of June, and it looks to then be a little bit cooler as we get closer to Flag Day.
All right, thank you, Dominic. New details now. The governor of Texas signing an updated disaster declaration accelerating the state's screwworm response. Governor Greg Abbott holding a press conference today discussing intensified efforts to control the New World screwworm fly. This after confirming a case of the flesh-eating parasite in a calf in southern Texas on Wednesday. Channel 8's Meg West has been tracking this story for us this week. She joins us live from the newsroom with how Texas plans to eradicate the threat. Meg?
Yes, good evening, Rod. Flies, more flies. That's how we're going to stop the spread of this dangerous pest. Governor Abbott announcing today that they're going to be releasing millions of sterile New World screwworm male flies into the wild to stop their reproductive cycle. The governor saying it will take hundreds of millions of sterile flies per week to take down the population. Here's a look at what the plan entails. They're going to contain the confirmed South Texas infestation, monitor livestock, pets, deer, and other wildlife, and increase sterile fly releases by importing from Panama and Mexico. They are also speeding up construction of a screwworm production facility in Texas that broke ground in April. The governor greenlighting all resources and personnel to expedite the project.
First, I authorize the use of all available resources of state government to respond to this disaster and reassign all resources from across the state as needed. As I'm making available any and all of our state personnel, including our university systems, to accelerate the movement of sterile flies into the state of Texas and to accelerate the construction of the new sterile screwworm production facility.
The governor adding that one of the biggest challenges facing officials is actually monitoring deer and other wildlife that could carry the parasite and spread it across the state. One thing the governor made very clear today is that your beef that you're eating is not at risk. The risk lies in the production, not the consumption. So you can go ahead and enjoy all of those burgers at the summer barbecues. In the newsroom, Meg West, Channel 8 News.
Thank you, Meg. Right now, Lincolnites are getting a reprieve from the rising gas prices. Citizen journalist Brian sending this video into the Now Local News app. This Casey's at 17th and Washington is showing $4.01 a gallon. You can scan the QR code on your screen to download the Now Local News app, and you can stay up to date with the gas price fluctuations in Lincoln on there. Well, they were clapping for better days on Wall Street today. NASDAQ plummeting more than 1,000 points as semiconductor stocks came to a screeching halt. The Dow and S&P 500 also down as investors fear there's going to be another federal interest rate raise, I should say, at some point this year. Well, there are several events happening tonight in Lincoln if Mother Nature allows. The 5th Annual Classic Cars and Cornhole for Cancer is going to be held tonight from 5 to 9 p.m. at the April Sampson Cancer Center here in Lincoln. It's being hosted by the Cancer Partners of Nebraska and Lincoln Firefighters Association IAFF Local 644. All of the funds will benefit local cancer patients. Stay with us. Final check of your forecast coming up. And also at 6 o'clock, we're going to have Parting with the Pink School. The beloved elementary school in Schuyler is set to close its doors for good. What the city is doing to give the place a special farewell. Don't go away.
Tonight.
Radar here for the moment close to Alma, Nebraska, in south central Nebraska, right along the Kansas-Nebraska border. A few bolts of lightning with this, trying to get going, but for the most part, clear on the radar here as we head towards about 5:30 on your Friday. Storm coverage, though, expected to increase as it moves off to the east tonight. Slight level 2 out of 5 risk of severe weather for the Tri-Cities here in Lincoln, Beatrice, Columbus, and the Omaha Metro. All severe weather hazards on the table, plus the risk then for the flash flooding, especially here in southeastern Nebraska, where we saw lots of rainfall yesterday. Could see an additional 2 to 4 inches of rain with some of these slower moving thunderstorms. This goes until 7 a.m. on Saturday morning as well. A few scattered storms possible for your Saturday afternoon as high temperatures reach the upper 80s. Better chances for widespread showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. And then we are in store for a very warm week ahead coming up next week.
All right. Thank you, Dominic. And thank you for joining us. World News is next. We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.
Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness News is brought to you by Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Locally owned since 1963, Leach Camper Sales of Lincoln offers a huge variety of RVs. Unlike competitors' same old models, your choice is always uniquely yours. All types, all styles, all price ranges. Get out and live life. Leach Camper Sales of Lincoln. Camp better.
Tired of dealing with clogged drains or leaks in your home? Introducing New Flow Nebraska, a game changer in plumbing repairs. Our trenchless pipe lining system is fast and reliable, using existing plumbing access points for an affordable, non-invasive fix. Preserve your property integrity. No dig pipe repair means no more disruptive excavations. Our innovative technology is clean, green, and built to last up to 50 years. Start with our $99 camera inspection to assess your home today.
What is Spectrum Internet? It's the fastest and most reliable internet.
It's connecting with my followers out there and in here.
It's secure internet for you and your family.
It's keeping kids like us safe online.
It's Wi-Fi that stays on even when the power doesn't.
Staying connected no matter what.
So what's Spectrum Internet? It's everything you want it to be. Switch today at spectrum.com.
Summer starts outside at Fireplace Stone & Patio. For over 30 years, Fireplace Stone & Patio has been the destination for the best brands in patio furniture. From Telescope Casual and OWE to CR Plastics, built to last season after season. Warm up cool nights with a fire table from Outdoor Grey Room, OWE, or Napoleon. And take summer cooking to the next level with premium grills from Green Mountain, Napoleon, and Blaze. Fireplace Stone & Patio. Everything you need to live, gather, and entertain outdoors.
Discover your perfect fit in the all-new Sleep Gallery at Schaefer's. It's a great time to save on King Coil's incredible lineup of hybrid iBeds, their hand-tufted intimate mattresses, and even their fully customizable Smart Life mattresses. And many are available with their all-new Flex Head design. There truly is a King Coil mattress for every body and every budget. Plus, right now, get up to 36 months interest-free financing and free local delivery on your new King Coil mattress. The perfect mattress, the perfect fit. It's all waiting in the Sleep Gallery at Schaefer's.
Mom, Duncan got all muddy.
Oh, that's not mud.
Honey, call Southwick.
Just like a car needs an oil change, it's important to stay on top of septic pumping to avoid lateral damage in the future. Southwick Liquid Waste, serving the on-site wastewater needs of the Lincoln community for nearly 5 decades. We provide high-quality service and ensure you have all the knowledge needed to maintain a stellar septic system. From new installation to repair to routine pumping, Southwick Liquid Waste is your complete septic provider. Get pumped. Call today.
Bank local, bank better. Open your new checking account today at Westgate Bank.
Tonight, breaking news, the horrific attack. A veteran actor from Top Gun Maverick and Jumanji stabbed to death. His body found outside a home. Police say his girlfriend's son called 911, flagging down first responders. What he allegedly told them when they arrived. Trevor Alt in Los Angeles with late details coming in. Tonight, hours after President Trump celebrates a better-than-expected jobs report, the stock market suffers its worst day of the year. What's behind the sudden drop? And tonight, the president signaling a shakeup in national intelligence. Mary Bruce at the White House. The alarming situation on board the International Space Station. Why NASA ordered the astronauts to take shelter. The closely watched Senate race that could decide control of the Senate. Growing questions tonight about Maine Democratic candidate Graham Plattner after several women have come forward with disturbing allegations. The husband and father sentenced for killing his wife and another man he lured to their home in a plot to run off with the family's au pair. The judge calling him evil. Newly released body camera video showing a driverless taxi interfering with first responders racing to a massive and deadly explosion. The case making national headlines. Aaron Katursky sits down with Karen Reed, her explosive new lawsuit against police after being found not guilty of killing her boyfriend. Bombshell text messages between officers and what they reveal. Tracking severe storms across multiple states, 65 million people under alert. Extreme heat in the Northeast, temperatures well into the 90s. Dramatic video showing a retired Marine and his family fighting off a group of allegedly armed robbers. After 105 years, are the Chicago Bears about to blow out of the Windy City? A real bear making a stunning escape, why officials called it extremely intelligent. And Game 2 of the NBA Finals here on ABC, the Knicks and Spurs. San Antonio hoping to even the score. Will Reeve is courtside.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, I'm Wade Johnson, and for David, we begin tonight with breaking news, the horrific killing of a beloved veteran actor in Los Angeles. Authorities describing a bloody scene. 81-year-old James Handy found stabbed to death outside a home. Police say his girlfriend's son called 911, flagging down first responders, telling them he was the person they were looking for. James Handy appearing in dozens of movies and TV shows, his last role in Top Gun Maverick. What authorities are saying about the suspect and the decision made late today. ABC's Trevor Ault leads us off from Los Angeles.
Tonight, disturbing details emerging in the fatal stabbing of a veteran actor and the bizarre alleged confession from the suspect. Los Angeles police say 81-year-old James Handy was stabbed to death Wednesday morning by his girlfriend's 44-year-old son. Officers say they found Handy unresponsive in his front yard with a stab wound to the chest, bloody clothes strewn across the sidewalk, and Handy was later pronounced dead at the hospital. The LAPD says after the stabbing, the suspect, Michael Gledhill, had called 911 saying, quote, "I am the Son of Man. I just killed the man of sin." And then they say he flagged down first responders near the scene, telling them he was the one they were looking for.
You need to check yourself in somewhere.
James Handy's career spanned decades.
Hey, Mav.
He most recently appeared with Tom Cruise in Top Gun Maverick, one of more than 100 TV and movie credits to his name.
And with this suspect's bail had been set at $2 million, we've just learned he's now being held for a psychiatric evaluation. He's due in court later this month. Whit.
All right, Trevor Ault for us tonight. We move on now to the U.S. economy and the stock market suffering one of its worst days of the year. The Dow dropping 695 points today. The NASDAQ taking the biggest hit, losing 1,121 points. The S&P 500 down 200. There's also good news for the economy. A new report shows the U.S. added 172,000 jobs last month, more than double the number predicted. And tonight, President Trump on another key issue, signaling a shakeup in national intelligence. Mary Bruce at the White House.
Tonight in Wisconsin, President Trump reveling in those strong new jobs numbers.
They smashed all expectations.
But on Air Force One, reporters pressing him about something else. His new pick for acting director of national intelligence, Bill Pulte, a Trump loyalist with no experience in intelligence or national security.
Bill Pulte is very good. He's very talented.
Trump says he wants Pulte to slash staff at the agency.
I wouldn't mind. I've heard that's way too high for way too long.
He tells the Wall Street Journal that as acting director, Pulte